Hinomaru Sumo. It's a sports show, as you guessed, a sports anime about, well, sumo. For those of you who don't know what sumo is, look it up because I'm not good at describing things. But we've all seen like a sumo wrestler looks like, right? Like you've vaguely seen it. It's that show about high school sumo wrestlers, and the main character is Hinomaru Ushio. Ishio's first name, obviously. Who wants to be a Yokozuna, which is the highest professional, it's basically the highest rank of sumo wrestler you can be. And in order to do that, I'm going to spoil it for you to some degree because it'll set it up nicely. So basically, you have to meet a height requirement, and he does not meet this height requirement. So the only way he can become a professional Yokozuna is he has to become the high school Yokozuna, which you get special treatment to some degree, which you do not have to pass a physical test. So that's the only way he can get in, because he's not going to get any taller. So if he doesn't do that, he can't become a Yokozuna because of the height requirement. So that's his only fucking option. So he's going to look at this prestigious sumo school and going to the wrong school, and he ends up going to Odachi High School and meeting this guy there, and basically they kind of build up their sumo club and compete, and that's basically the premise of the show. So it's very simple for what the show is about. That's the plot. Real easy to understand. They do explain some things to you, so if you don't understand sumo, you're going to understand to a degree what's going on, thankfully. They're not going to drown you in it, but it does get kind of exposition-y. So be warned for that. Characters are likable. I really like Ushio. You can easily tell who the main character is. Like, you ever seen those characters that are so obviously the main character, and it's usually like, oh, it's because they have bright hair or something, or they're the dullest fucking person there. Well, here it is. It's finally returned for once. I like characters where you could obviously see they have their own style. And I don't just mean like they're wearing flamboyant clothes or something. But we're like, how do I put this? There are certain characters you just know. Like, you know who Naruto is. You know who Luffy from One Piece is. You know who Ushio is from. Like, he's got that own style that those other characters do, that you can instantly recognize them from other characters from this vast world of anime. Like, you see him, you know where he's from. Like, he's very recognizable on his own. He doesn't look like every other fucking character. Like, some people would say Ichigo from Bleach, but let's be honest, except for the outfit, he's very blah as a main character, compared to the others where you obviously, like, no one's really based off them. Like, anyway, so I hope you get what I mean by that. So that's one thing I really liked, is that he has his own style that clearly distinguishes him from those other fucking characters. Not only in the anime world, but also in his home world. They have their own designs, and, they have their own ambitions, and they're likable. Even the other teams they face off against are kind of likable. We get a little bit of flashbacks and some info from them. But, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into sports, but there are sports animes that I've really ended up liking. Like, I loved iShield 21, which I will do a review of. I loved Kyoko's Basketball. And I really liked Hinomaru Sumo. So I'm one of those people that I can pretty much like any type of anime, given the right characters, and an easy and fun plot. So this is pretty easy. You see him go through, his training, you see him lose, you see him win, you see his friends lose, you see them win, you see them grow, you see them become a team. And the battles are actually kind of cool. And oh my fucking god, the first opening and ending. Well, don't get me wrong, they're all good. There's 4 in total, 2 openings, 2 endings. But the first opening and ending are just perfect for not only I don't know what they're saying, by the way, so take that out of context. But just the music suits it really well as the animation in the background. Like, especially the ending where it would kind of weird me out because it reminds me of that fucking Batman moment. I don't know if I ever explained that, where one of my favorite movies, because it's so bad, is I think it's Batman and Robin. This one with Mr. Freeze, played by fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Poison Ivy by Uma Thurman. That's my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies. Because it's just... At the start of the movie, they zero in on close-ups of a muscular outfit of Batman putting on his suit, and it shows nipples on the suit. And it's so fucking stupid. It makes me laugh. Well, it kind of does that to some degree, but so it should weird me out because that's immediately anytime anyone close-ups on someone's muscles, that's where I go. It's just, oh god, it's fucking Batman again. No, just here it's more organic. Where, like, how do I put this? Manliness. Let's just say it's very manly. Like, it's once again with weird accents coming out of nowhere. I don't know why. At least it sounded like I was trying to go there. I don't know. So basically at the end, you have the cool music and shit. The music gets your heart pumping. It gets you excited for, like, the fight and just all the badassness to come. And it closes up on, like, their muscles, which are glistening with sweat because hard work, I guess. But it's just, like, they make it epic. It still feels fucking weird, but it's epic. The way they drew it, like, you can see all the hard work they're putting into their bodies. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's not in a creepy way, but now that you think about it, it's still in a creepy way. But just fucking look at the opening. Just go on YouTube, look at the opening for it. Look up the ending song. So basically, you go to YouTube and type in Hinomaru Sumo opening 1 and ending 1. And just, you'll get it. But basically, it's fun to watch them, grow and struggle and still have fun. Like, yes, they're competing. Yes, they want to win and get stronger. But they're also having fun, Like, that's the best sports shows are where they're having fun. The best anime in general is when the characters are having fun. Like, yeah, Luffy's a fucking idiot, but we love him. Why? Because he's a pure character. He's having fun. Why we like Gone from Hunter x Hunter? Same thing. He has a fucking mission, but he's having fun along the way. So yeah, Ushio has this ambition to be Yokozuna, but he's having fun along the way, so we like him more. And I don't know, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Because I like to try and watch more anime, like I've said recently. So I'll be like, okay, this does not sound like my cup of tea, because I usually don't like sports shows. But you know what? I liked Kuroko's Basketball. I really liked Ice Shield. Maybe I'll like this. And sure enough, I do like it. Not as much as those, but I did like it. And I actually do kind of, recommend it for those of you who want to try and get into sports shows. Or, at least, maybe dip your toes into some other kind of anime that you wouldn't normally go to. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the greatest fucking anime ever. But, like, they did a pretty damn good job, I'd say. Like, I can tell they, wanted to do a good job. Now, for those of you who are much better at analyzing anime than I am, you're probably be like, oh, they could have done this, or maybe they did this right, maybe they did this wrong. But just from an average person's perspective, Hinomaru Sumo was actually pretty good, and I suggest you, at least try it, or for the love of God, please look up the opening ending songs if you want some badass music from anime.